Successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119, 636-2119, or planterdoc.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education, where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Here it's way more hands-on. The college has better equipment than the shop I'm at now. Like, you name it, they got it. You get to use your tools and your hands a lot more. My name is Sean, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Richland Colts call a 30-second timeout. Apologize for some audio issues here getting this one started, but Sargent County currently leading 8-2 over the Colts. All right, looking like we got our sound issues fixed, so thank you for sticking with us. It's a quick shot clock adjustment here, as 32 will be put on the shot clock here as the Colts set to inbound. Once again, that's going to be a full court man-to-man press being played by the Bulldogs. Kennedy Wagner inbounding right now for the Colts. And she gets it to Miranowski, guarded by Emma Bixby. Miranowski's drive, that's good. Lilia Miranowski, the lone scorer right now for the Colts as we approach the halfway mark here in quarter number 1. Bixby's dribble handoff to Nelson, now dribble handoff to Bope, her drive. And good defense being played there by Elena Schmidt. That was one of the key players to watch in this one, is how was the height of Elena Schmidt going to cause problems for the interior of the Bulldogs. And we see an offensive rebound putback opportunity there from Schmidt. No good, as a press being put on by the Colts as Kadoon gets it ahead to Bope, and Bope tries to use her body to shield away from Blake Miller, but that was great defense played by Blake Miller, as they're going to say last touch by the Colts. Bulldogs will have this one as Amber Kerr coming into the game for Ashland Sundquist. As we have 3:53 remaining here in quarter number 1. Jamie Bope, shot fake from the corner. Gets it to Emma Bixby. She's looking down low to Kadoon. Schmidt is on her. Good pass there, good find from Kadoon, but Hallie Nelson unable to get both of her shot attempts to go after rebounding her own miss. And we're going to have a foul called on Amber Kerr. That is her first, team second here. 3:37 remaining in quarter number 1. As Miranowski has this one off the pass from Sydney Loff. Miranowski picked up her dribble and throws that one away as she was trying to get it to Sydney Loff along the sideline. So Bixby leading the offense right now for the Bulldogs, as Bope gets it to Kadoon. Her mid-range shot just short. Rebound by Kerr, and Amber Kerr able to get that one to go. Kerr coming off of a 13-point game for the Bulldogs on Monday. That game against the Linton HMB Lions. Kerr led the way for her team, as we have Taylor Gowan coming in for the Colts. Blake Miller taking a seat. The senior already coming up big for the Colts defensively, as that pass was deflected off of Gowan trying to get the inbound here. So that might have been tipped by Kadoon, and Kadoon mid-range jumper, no good. Offense rebound by Hallie Nelson. Able to get that one to go. 2:50 remaining here in quarter number 1. Bulldogs lead 12-4 as Kennedy Wagner able to break the press. Gowan, screen set by Schmidt. Looks like Gowan was trying to get Schmidt on the roll after that screen, and that shot from Kennedy Wagner is no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Lillian Miranowski, her first, team's first here in this first half. So a 2-3 zone being played right now by the Colts. Trying to stifle that interior of the Bulldogs. One of their strengths is scoring near the basket. So we'll see if this 2-3 zone's able to stop that, as Nelson's mid-range jumper is good. After missing a couple early, Hallie Nelson has 2 straight buckets for the Bulldogs, as they now have a double-digit lead here with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Good job by Bixby to evade that Schmidt screen. Wagner. And that shot by Kennedy Wagner, no good. The rebound gathered there by Carly Cadoon. Care in the corner, back up top to Bixby. This is Bope, right wing, 3's up, and that's no good. As rebound gathered by Miranowski. And Miranowski's pass deflected, stolen by the Bulldogs. Carly Cadoon, mid-range shot, short. Bope out to the corner for Hallie Nelson. Bixby out to Bope. Her drive, and block. That shot was blocked by Sydney Loff, and we're going to have a jump ball here. Possession is in favor of the Bulldogs. Couple substitutions coming into this one. Isabel Veely and Blake Miller's coming back into this one. As for the Bulldogs, Ashlyn Sundquist coming back in, and Sadie Newstel seeing her first minutes here on the night. Emma Bixby's 3, that's off the mark. As Sundquist was fighting for the offensive rebound, and they're going to say last touch by Veely. So under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. Bulldogs lead by 10. As Nelson gets it up to Newstel. This is Nelson, mid-range shot. That's no good. As Elena Schmidt and Amber Kerr were fighting for that rebound, and they're going to say that that is a foul on Kerr. That's her second here. So Coach Searstead going to take Kerr out of this one, put Jamie Bolt back in. 52 seconds left on this first quarter game clock as Kennedy Wagner gets it ahead to Blake Miller, the 2 seniors for the Colts in this one. Down low to Elena Schmidt. First points for Elena Schmidt here. As the shot clock turned off, Bulldogs can hold for the final shot. And that ball is poked away by Blake Miller. Bulldogs will keep it here with 25 seconds left. Nelson out to Newstel, and that's going to be a deep 2. And rebound there by Gowan, but she loses it. Bixby, her free throw floater. That's good, off the glass. And Emma Bixby will go to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. That foul was on Taylor Gowan, her first, team second here. And free throw no good. Lillian Miranowski just came back in for the Colts. As Miranowski has this one to Wagner. And Bolt forces a tie up there. And possession arrow stays with the Colts. 4.4 left here on the game clock. Wagner to Schmidt. This is Wagner. Her shot. And that shot was no good, and they're going to say that's the end of the quarter instead of a jump ball. So after 1, the Bulldogs lead 16, Richland Colts 6.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
16-6, your score here after 1 quarter of play. As the Bulldogs are currently being led in scoring by Ashlyn Sundquist, who has 6. Scored 6 of the team's first 8 in this one. Lily Miranowski leading the way for the Colts with 4 of her team's 6. So the Bulldogs will start with possession here. As Jamie Bope, Hallie Nelson, Carly Cadoon, Ashlyn Sundquist, and Sadie Newstel are on the court for the Bulldogs. Cadoon's blocked by Blake Miller. So once again, seeing great defensive effort being played by the senior forward for the Colts. As Hallie Nelson's 3 off the mark. Rebound there by Schmidt, and she gets it ahead to Miranowski, ahead to Wagner. And Kennedy Wagner able to get that one to go. As it is back down to a single-digit lead for the Bulldogs. So Blake Miller, Kennedy Wagner, Lillian Miranowski, Elena Schmidt, and Isabel Veely are on the floor right now as Elena Schmidt with the block ahead to Wagner. And another bucket there for Kennedy Wagner as she leaks out from the top of that 2-3 zone. And Coach Searstead going to call a timeout here for the Bulldogs. 16-10, 7:14 left here in quarter number 2.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
Emmett Bixby bringing the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. We'll see what adjustment the Bulldogs make after 2 fast break layups from Kennedy Wagner. Bope up top to Bixby. That's good. Emma Bixby from 3. 19-10 Bulldogs. As Kennedy Wagner gets it to Miranowski. She's set by Schmidt. Good roll there by Schmidt, but stolen by Ashlyn Sundquist. And she's looking ahead, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Ashlyn Sundquist. Good job there by Miranowski getting back on transition and able to draw the offensive foul. That's the first foul on Sundquist, 5th on the Bulldogs. As Bixby trying to cut off that sideline drive there, as Schmidt has this one. Now to Wagner. Miranowski guarded by Nelson. Down low to Miller. And Miller no good. And fighting for the rebound is Sundquist and Schmidt. And possession arrow is in favor of the Colts. Wagner to Miller. And blocked by Nelson. And Nelson tries to get in the head to Cadoon, but there's going to be a foul called first. That foul is on number 12, Blake Miller, her first, team's 3rd. Bixby to Nelson. Bixby back top of the key. Nelson. And that 3 off the mark, but good job there by Jamie Boat, able to get the weak side offensive rebound. And she will go to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. So Mallory Gunnis and Jana Tazarek are checking in for the Colts. As we're having a conversation right now between the officials. And we're going to have a technical foul on the Colts, as they're saying that Jana Tazarek was not in the official scorebook. So that's going to be an administrative technical foul on the Colts bench. So head coach Olivia Johnson will be the one who gets that technical, as Jamie Bope hits the technical free throw. So that was the free throw from her and one opportunity. So that was the first of 2 technical free throws. And Bope goes 2 for 3 from the line. So now with that technical foul, the Bulldogs will maintain possession. So a current 4-point possession right now for the Bulldogs, looking to extend this one here as they already lead 23-10 here with 2 minutes gone in quarter number 2. And that was Loff who almost poked that one away. Nelson, shot no good. Offensive rebound, Bope again! Jamie Bope with the offensive rebound, put back, and she will go to the line for the 4th free throw of this trip down the court. And that's no good, and they're going to say last touch by the Colts, as the possession will stay again with the Bulldogs. Blake Miller and Elena Schmidt coming back in for Gunnis and Tazarek. So 25-10. The Bulldogs have 6 points, and they haven't had to leave their side of the court, as Carly Cadoon's free throw jumper off the backboard. 27-10, so huge swing for the Bulldogs, as they essentially got 8 points off that one possession to extend this to a huge lead. And Bope again trying to fight her way to the line, but Hallie Nelson able to get that one to go. So the Bulldogs taking advantage of the second chance points, as we're going to have a timeout called by Olivia Johnson, as the Bulldogs lead in this one 29-10. You're watching Class B Region 1 girls basketball on yourliveevent.com.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
Hallie Nelson unable to convert that and one opportunity, as the Bulldogs lead here by 19 after just a 10-0 run on really 2 trips down the court for the Bulldogs, benefiting off of some second chance opportunities. Blocked by Sundquist, and Elena Schmidt able to get that one to go, and she will go to the line looking to convert the 3-point opportunity. And Elena Schmidt able to get that one to go to get the Colts back in the scoring column. 7 points in the quarter right now for Richland as Sundquist has this. Now to Bixby, left wing, Carly Kadoon able to fake out Schmidt on the shot fake, but Schmidt fighting for that rebound and secures it as that was tipped by Nelson. Wagner couldn't handle it as now the Bulldogs have possession here, 29-13, as the cross-court post entry pass down low to Nelson is going to result in a turnover on the Bulldogs. Blake Miller trying to get it to Sydney Loff. And Loff able to break the press and poked away from behind by Nelson. And I think they're going to get maybe a hip check foul or some sort of foul on the body there on Nelson. That's her second. Team 7, so to the line for 1-1 is Sydney Loff. That free throw from Loff, no good. Rebound by Carly Kadoon. And she will push the ball up the court for the Bulldogs to Nelson. Her shot rattles around the rim and is good. So after missing a couple shots early, Hallie Nelson having a pretty solid quarter of play. As Blake Miller trying to get across half court in time, and she's not able to do so. As a 10-second violation is called on the Colts as Amber Kerr and Sadie Newsom come back in for the Bulldogs. Emma Bixby now to Newstall. Miranowski on the top of the zone there. That's Loft. Bope's drive, and that's good. Jamie Bope having a solid second quarter here for the Bulldogs as we're over the halfway mark here in quarter number 2. As Sydney Loft has this one, screen set by Elena Schmidt. Loft's mid-range shot, that's good. Bope to Bixby, out to Kerr in the corner. And Kerr trying to get it to Bixby, but Bope has it as now that one just a little too tall for Emma Bixby. As Jana Tazarek coming back in for the Colts, and Lily Lee seeing her first minutes here in this one. Wagner, this is Miranowski, guarded by Lee. Schmidt, good screen set there. Pull-up jumper from Miranowski off the mark. Miranowski had a couple jumpers fall there in the first quarter. Unable to get that one to go. 3 minutes left in the first half. Bixby to Newstall. Try to get to the middle. There's Kerr. Her turnaround jumper. That's good. Wagner guarded by Bixby. Wagner gets it to Loft. Guarded by Newstall now. Good screen set there by Tazarek. As the handoff there to Wagner. Lost the handle, got it back. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Loft guarded by Newstall. Good screen set there by Tazarek. This is Miranowski out to Wagner in the corner. Her pull-up jumper off the mark. Rebound there by Lee. Ahead to Bixby, and the Bulldogs have numbers. Sundquist, and that's going to be called a blocking foul, and basket's good. Ashlyn Sundquist called for a charge earlier in this one, able to draw a blocking foul, as that was called on Sydney Loft, her third, Team 7. So a couple of substitutions here for the Colts as Isabel Veely, Blake Miller, and Taylor Gowan coming back in for the Colts. Sundquist able to get that one to go as Hallie Nelson will come in for Sundquist. 38-15, 2:10 left here in quarter number 2. As Miranowski has this one. And good on-ball defense played there by Bixby as Miller has this one. Her drive loses it to Zarek, gets it out to Veely. Her shot leaves it short. As Taylor Gowan and I believe that was Lily Lee were involved in that tie-up possession arrow for the Bulldogs. Nelson to Bixby, and lazy pass there by Bixby, almost picked off by Blake Miller. So Bulldogs maintain possession as that one goes out of bounds off of Miller. Lee, that three off the mark as Nelson was able to get an offensive rebound opportunity for Kerr. Gets the offensive rebound and gets that one to go. So Hallie Nelson crashing the offensive boards, getting second chance opportunities for the Bulldogs as she gets that one to go, converting the and one opportunity. Miranowski able to break the press there. Veely, screen set by Tazarek. Miller out to Gowan. Gowan's shot. That's good. 2-point bucket for Taylor Gowan off the glass. As we approach the final minute here in the first half, Hallie Nelson out to Bixby. That three off the mark. Rebound by Lee. Able to get that one to go. So the Bulldogs able to once again take advantage of the second chance opportunities in this one. As Tazarek. Now Blake Miller. Veely guarded by Newstole. Newstole tried to poke that one away. Good job there by Veely keeping her feet inbound. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Miranowski's drive out to Tazarek. Her shot, no good. And they're going to say last touch by Hallie Nelson. So 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Jamie Bope, Ashton Sundquist coming back in. Elena Schmidt and Kennedy Wagner in for the Colts. Wagner has this one, her shot just off the mark. As Sundquist collects this one, 25 seconds left, shot clock turned off, and she's going to slow this one down. Bope, her drive, and blocked by Schmidt. And they are going to call foul on Jamie Bope. Elena Schmidt will go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. So good defensive effort there by Schmidt, able to get the block, secure the rebound, as she'll go to the line for bonus. And no good there for Schmidt. 10 seconds left here. Bope looking for some help. Bixby to Newstole. And Newstole loses that one. This is Bixby, her three. Off the mark. And that will do it here for the first half as the Sargent County Bulldogs lead 43. Richland Colts 17. We will step aside for a quick break, but we will be showing the halftime performance from the Lisbon gymnastics team. So that will be coming up here after a quick break. 43-17, Bulldogs lead. Class B girls basketball on your live event.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119, 636-2119, or planterdoc.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education, where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Stay up to date with the latest goings on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter. Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
43-17, your halftime score here as the Sargent County Bulldogs coming into this second half off of a 27-point second quarter where they were led by their senior, Jamie Bope, who had 8 points for them to get her 10 total there in the second quarter. Hallie Nelson, after missing a couple shots early, she is now up to 11. Ashlyn Sundquist has 9. Emma Bixby with 5. Lily Leah and Carly Cadoon each with 2. And Amber Kerr with 4 points for the Bulldogs. As for the Richland Colts, they're being led right now by Elena Schmidt, who has 5. Kennedy Wagner and Lily Miranowski with 4 apiece. Taylor Gowan, Sydney Loff with 2. And that makes up the scoring for the Richland Colts in this one. Another score happening in Region 1. The Kindred Vikings are currently leading over the Maple River Raiders 30-15. That is a halftime score. Chase Miller doing the game for your live event over in that one. So the Colts will start with possession here in the second half. Lillian Miranowski, Sydney Loff, Blake Miller, Kennedy Wagner, and Elena Schmidt on the floor for the Colts as Wagner coming off of a double screen set, and Blake Miller gets the scoring going early here for the Colts in the second half. There's a good set called there as Hallie Nelson's mid-range shot off the mark, rebound by Miranowski. And she's pressured there in the corner as we might see this being last touch by the Colts, and it is Blake Miller, the last to touch for Richland. So on the floor for the Bulldogs, Emma Bixby, Jamie Pope, Hallie Nelson, Amber Kerr, and Ashlyn Sundquist, as Kerr tried to get it to Sundquist, stolen by Miller, and Emma Bixby trying to cut her off is going to pick up a foul here. That foul on Bixby is her first team foul in the second half for the Bulldogs. Schmidt to Wagner. This is Miller. Her three, no good. But good offensive rebound there by Sydney Loff, who will go to the line to shoot two. That foul is on Amber Kerr, her third. Loft's first free throw is good. Checking back in for the Bulldogs is Carly Cadoon, as Amber Kerr just picked up her third. Second free throw from Sydney Loft is no good. And good box out there by Jamie Pope, as she's going to draw a loose ball foul on Sydney Loft. That is her fourth in this one. So checking in for Loft is number 10, Mallory Gunnis. The freshman Gunnis has seen some action in the first half, as that 2-3 zone being played by the Colts. Bixby's three off the mark. Offensive rebound by Jamie Bope. Able to get that one to go. So Bope picking up right where she left off in quarter number 2 with another second chance bucket. Miranowski's shot, that's good. Just inside the three-point line, as Lillian Miranowski, getting her first bucket since the first quarter. Bixby to Nelson. Corner to Sundquist. Good ball movement here by the Bulldogs. Trying to get it to Cadoon, but Miranowski had it, lost it. Bulldogs have possession here. So new shot clock for the Bulldogs. Nelson, this three off the mark. Good strong rebound there by Blake Miller. Up ahead to Wagner. Kenny Wagner has this one off of a dribble handoff from Gunnis. Three-pointer off the mark for Kennedy Wagner. The Bulldogs have this one ahead, 45-22. Just over 2 gone. Bixby's three, that's good. Emma Bixby with her second three-point bucket on the evening to extend the lead for Sargent County. Good screen set there by Schmidt. Wagner has this one right wing. That shot off the mark, but offensive rebound by Mallory Gunnis, as a fresh shot clock for the Colts. (48-24) your score. 5 minutes left here in quarter number 3. Ashlyn Sundquist gets that one to go. Three-point basket, no good for Kenny Wagner. So a couple three-point shots for Wagner, unable to get those to go, and Nelson draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul called on Blake Miller, her team second here in the second half. First free throw from Hallie Nelson is good. Jana Tazarek coming back in for the Colts, as Miller will take his seat. Second free throw from Nelson is good. Screen Screen set by Tazarek, but already picked up her dribble was Wagner as Sundquist able to pick off that pass ahead to Bope. And somehow Bixby was able to thread the needle, but that shot no good. And Bope, and she's going to draw a foul as Jana Tazarek is going to be called for that one. So first foul on Tazarek. Bope back to the line to shoot. Bope unable to get that one to go. And 1 for 2 from the line is Jamie Bope in this one. Wagner picks up her dribble right by the half-court line, and we're going to have a timeout called by the Colts. 53-24, halfway through quarter number 3. Sargent County leading in this one.
Here it's way more hands-on. The college has better equipment than the shop I'm at now. Like, you name it, they got it. You get to use your tools and your hands a lot more. My name is Sean, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
53-24, Sargent County in control of this one halfway through quarter number 3. Another score coming in from around Region 1. Oak Grove currently leading over the Lisbon Broncos 18-17 at half. So looking at the Region 1 right now, the Bulldogs currently in 6 as Bixby able to get that one to go. Good pass there by Kadoon. So the Bulldogs looking to get that 4th spot right now. The Wymer, Lidgerwood, Hankinson, Warbirds, and Maple River Raiders are ahead of the Bulldogs. They play the Warbirds next week. As Elena Schmidt down low, able to draw the foul on Ashlyn Sundquist. So Elena Schmidt back to the line for the Colts. Second foul called on Sundquist. Amber Kerr checking back in for Sargent County. Hallie Nelson taking a seat. Second free throw from Elena Schmidt is good. And it looks like Blake Miller set to check back in for the Colts. Bope has this one right wing guarded by Wagner. And that pass almost picked off by Miranowski. Bixby rifles it into Sundquist. Kadoon has this in the corner. Bope back to Bixby. 15 left on the shot clock. Jamie Bope up top. Her floater. Unable to get that one to fall is Jamie Bope. As foul called on Mallory Gunnis. That is her second, team's 4th. First free throw from Bope, no good. And Blake Miller checking in for Lillian Miranowski. Second free throw from Bope off the mark, but Amber Kerr able to wrestle that one away from Elena Schmidt and gets that one to go. as Bixby almost picks the pocket of Blake Miller. Good defense played there by the sophomore as Wagner has this one. Looks like the Bulldogs are falling back into a 2-3. 2-3 zone. Bope and Bixby up top. Wagner to Miller. In the middle there to Tazarek, and a jump ball called here as Bope went to rip that one away. And possession arrow is in favor of the Bulldogs. So under 3 to go here in the third quarter. Sundquist, her drive, and we're going to have a foul call. I believe that this is going to be called on Jana Tazarek, and it is. So foul on Tazarek is her second. First free throw from Ashlyn Sundquist is good. And that free throw off the mark. Blake Miller loses that one after getting the rebound off the missed free throw. And that ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Hallie Nelson coming back in for Sargent County. Lily Miranowski coming back in for Richland. Tipped by Kadoon. Nelson's mid-range jumper. That's good. 60-26 as Schmidt. This is Miranowski. Trapped, but gets it ahead to Schmidt. Now this is Miller to Tazarek, and Bope going to be called for the foul on Tazarek. Second foul on Bope. First free throw from Tazarek, no good. And that one rattles around the rim, but no good for Tazarek. So 0 for 2 from the line is Tazarek. Bixby, screen set by Kadoon. She pops out to the left wing, gets it back to Bixby. Nelson, her drive, loses it, and there's going to be a travel called as Mallory Gunnis was fighting for that one. So Sadie Newstill coming in for Bope. Newstill to Kerr, and Amber Kerr again gets that one to go. Miranowski and tipped by Kerr, and we're going to have another jump ball called here. As possession will stay with the Colts. Kennedy Wagner coming back in. And Lily Miranowski will take a seat. Up top to Miller. And Tazarek able to find a opening there in the 2-3, but pass just a little bit late there from Miller. As the Bulldogs looking to go quick. Newstill down to Kerr, out to Bixby. This is Kadoon. Her drive kick out to Nelson. Back down low to Kadoon, and that's good. Carly Kadoon able to draw the foul. Will go to the line to shoot one here. That foul was on Mallory Gunnis, her third. Elena Schmidt coming back in. And free throw from Kadoon, no good. Kerr and Schmidt were battling for that rebound, but Taylor Gowan able to get possession, but picked off by Bixby. Cross court to the lane is Nelson. Her turnaround jumper, no good. Newstill gets that one to go as the Bulldogs continue to dominate on the offensive boards. Gowan to Wagner, and Wagner leaves that 3 short. 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock here in quarter number 3. Newsel, screen set by Kerr. This is Nelson. Now Kadoon guarded by Schmidt. Bixby guarded by Kennedy Wagner. Tries to get it to Nelson. Bixby. Newsel, her mid-range shot. Leaves that short. Rebound from Schmidt. She gets that ahead, and Schmidt might have gotten rolled up on, but Carly Kadoon rips that one away. And able to finish is Kadoon. Last second heave from Wagner, no good. And the Bulldogs continuing to run away in this one. They lead 68. Colts 26.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
68-26, your score here going into the fourth quarter. Looking ahead for both teams in this one, the Colts will be returning home tomorrow night to host the Weimar Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds. That's going to be the first of a 4-game homestand with Sisseton, Tri-State, and Northern Cass coming to Richland. As for the Sargent County Bulldogs, they will travel down to South Dakota to take on TS Bazina. That game is going to be part of a doubleheader on the 24th before coming back home to host the Warbirds next Friday. That game will be on your live event. Stolen there by Miranowski, and Jamie Bope is going to pick up a foul here. Kennedy Wagner, Blake Miller, Lily Miranowski, Sydney Loff, and Elena Schmidt in for the Colts. As Miranowski unable to get that one to go. Kadoon secures the rebound. Bope has this one. In for the Bulldogs, Leilani Ringer, Jamie Bope, Lily Lee, Carly Kadoon, and Ashlyn Sundquist. So 2 seniors and 3 sophomores in for the Bulldogs right now, as that shot by Lee, no good. Sundquist able to come up with that loose ball rebound, and a fresh shot clock for the Bulldogs as Leilani Ringer able to get that one to go. The senior Ringer coming off the bench and getting a bucket here. Blake Miller gets it to Wagner, her 3, no good. Lily Lee able to get the rebound, but Elena Schmidt was fighting for that one. And I believe the possession will stay with the Colts. It will. Schmidt able to get down low, and Elena Schmidt missing on her first chance, gets the second one to go, as the 6'2 sophomore able to easily finish that putback over the 5'5 Ringer. Kadoon to Lee. This is Kadoon back in the wing. Bope to Lee in the middle. Kadoon, her mid-range shot. That's good. The freshman Kadoon able to get another jumper to go, and she's going to be called for a foul here. A little bit of confusion, but a foul called on Carly Kadoon. So 3rd foul on Kadoon. As we can see it, Coach Searstead looking to get more of his bench involved in this one. As Sydney Loft misses her first free throw. Bixby, Kerr, Newstall, and Nelson coming back into this one. Leilani Ringer will stay on the floor for the Bulldogs. Loft's second free throw, no good. Miller gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Loft, leaves it short, but Elena Schmidt able to save it, and Blake Miller no good. And after one offensive rebound putback, she's going to draw a foul on her second and go to the line to shoot two. First free throw from Blake Miller is good. Second free throw, no good. And there's going to be a lane violation called on Hallie Nelson. I think she knew it as she got the rebound off the miss. But another opportunity for Miller from the line. And able to capitalize on the lane violation. Ringer has this one guarded by Sydney Loft. Bixby to Newstall. This is Nelson looking down low to Kerr, who's posting up down low. Ringer has this one. Down low to Newstall. Back up top to Bixby. Her three. No good. Offensive rebound by Newstall, but she loses it. Now it's ahead to Sydney Loft. And foul called on Bixby as she was trying to defend that fast break opportunity. And Sydney Loft will go back to the line. And first free throw off the mark, as head coach Olivia Johnson looking to empty the bench here, and so is Coach Searstead. So both teams going to their benches, and we will have a fresh five on the floor for both teams. We will sort out all the substitutions here after Loft's free throw. And no good there. So offensive rebound, that was Abby Fisher. This is Kylie Coomer now out to Fisher. This is a three-pointer from Loft, no good. And a jump ball is going to be called. Possession favors the Bulldogs. So in for the Bulldogs, junior guard Elena Anderson, sophomore guard Chloe Bogart, senior guard Bella Ferderer, senior forward Lily Wolf, and this is junior guard Peyton Hammond's shot no good. Fighting for the loose ball, back out to Wolf, and Wolf no good, and they're going to say last touch by the Colts. So in for the Colts here, Abby Fisher, Breslin Kalenius, as that shot good for the Bulldogs. Kylie Coomer is also in. Genevieve Olven, another Colt that just got onto the floor. Inger Holdman is the fifth new Colt in this one. So tipped out of bounds. Bulldogs maintaining possession here. 2 minutes to go. Ferderer and Bella Ferderer, senior guard, getting one to go. And that shot by Ulvin was no good. Hammond has this one for Sargent County as we're under 2 minutes to go here in this one. As that pass from Wolf, expecting Bogart to cut to the basket. Turnover on Sargent County. That was poked away by Ferderer. Wolf able to secure it, and Peyton Hammond will bring it up here as we'll get below 1 minute to go. Head to Wolf, and Lily Wolf gets the bucket here. So all the seniors for Sargent County are now in the scoring column as that pass from Kalinius is stolen, and they're going to say last touch by Sargent County. Richland basketball. But a second or two difference between shot clock and game clock here, as the Bulldogs can just dribble this one out. And Wolf has this one down low to Bogart, and no good from Bogart. And Hammond has this one, and they will just hold on to it, as the Bulldogs are able to get their second straight win, advance to 7-5 on the season, 3-2 in region play. Your final here in this one, 78-30. We will step aside for a quick break. We'll be back with post-game stats, analysis, as well as what is to come for both of these teams moving forward.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Manage what you can to overcome what you cannot. Farming is all about preparing your operation to be successful when given an opportunity. Invest a few minutes and bring in your seed meters to be reconditioned and calibrated. We have some room, so give us a call and we can help you overcome those simple obstacles. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119, 636-2119, or planterdoc.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education, where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
(78-30), your final score here from Milner, as the Bulldogs able to get their second straight win and advance to 7-5 on the season, 3-2 in region play. As for the Colts, their record falls to 2-10 overall, 0-5 in Region 1 play. Looking at some of the stats from this one, first for the Bulldogs, they were led in scoring tonight by Hallie Nelson. Junior forward had 15 for the Bulldogs in this one. Right behind her was the senior forward, Jamie Bope, who was able to finish with 13. Sophomore center, Ashlyn Sundquist with 12. Emma Bixby and Carly Canoon each had 4. And then a bunch of other Bulldogs able to add in a bucket with Leilani Ringer, Bella Furter, and Lily Wolf, the 3 seniors coming off the bench, able to get points in this one. Sadie Newstall and Lily Lee also were able to get a bucket for the Bulldogs. For Sargent County, they will go down to South Dakota. They're going to take on TS Bazina. That game's going to be played on Tuesday the 24th before coming back home to host the Wymer Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds on Friday. As for the Colts, they were led in scoring tonight by their sophomore center, Elena Schmidt, who finished the game with 11 points. Behind her was sophomore guard Lillian Miranowski, who finished with 6. Seniors Blake Miller and Kennedy Wagner had 4 points. Sydney Loff with 3, and Taylor Gowan finished with 2. The Colts fall to 2-10 overall, 0-5 on the region play. They will be hosting the Warbirds tomorrow night. That's going to be the first of a 4-game homestand. They will play Sisseton, Tri-State, and Northern Cass in that homestand. Some scores from around the region. Oak Grove able to pull out ahead of the Lisbon Broncos. That final score is 38-31. The Grovers led by 1 at half, able to sneak ahead of Lisbon. Kindred is currently leading. That game is being played over the Maple River Raiders, so that could be a game that's going to play very well into the Bulldogs' hand in this one. We are going to step aside here for a quick break. We will talk to head coach Randy Searstead for the Sargent County Bulldogs, talk about tonight's game and what is to come here for the remainder of the season. We'll be right back after a quick 30-second break.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
Once again, 78-30, your final score here from Milner, as Sargent County able to get their second straight win. I am joined right now by head coach Randy Searstead. First off, Coach, congratulations on this win. What is it that your team needs to do to continue this winning streak that you are still starting?
Yeah, we came out defensively especially better, holding them to 30 points. Our goal was 40 points at the beginning of the game too, so every one of them stepped up, especially helping on Schmidt. She's a force in the middle on the screening rolls and attacking on the offensive rebounds, and as well as on Wagner too, a good shooter, top-notch ball player, probably one of the better all-around athletes too. So just overall impressive defensive-wise for our girls tonight. So
your team has kind of had an interesting stretch of basketball here. They were losers of 4 of their last 5, but you had some tough competition with the Kindred Vikings, as well as some tough losses to the Oaks Tornadoes and the Edgeley Cole Montpelier Rebels just last week. Finally able to get back into the win column against Linton HMB on Monday. Now the second win here. What do you need to do to continue this going into the second half of this season?
Still finding our roles. I think some of the girls still are understanding exactly what they can do for the team. We got a good mix of 7 and 8 girls tonight, and the last few games too, but realizing what they can contribute both offensively and defensively. But just not turning the ball over, inconsistent passing has been a key the last few games too, and that, if you can not give up turnovers, especially on points off turnovers, that's really crucial in high school girls basketball.
Looking at your scoring here tonight, 15 points from junior Hallie Nelson, 13 from your senior Jamie Pope, 12 from a sophomore in Ashlyn Sundquist, 8 from a freshman in Carly Cadoon, as well as 8 from Emma Bixby. How are you able to really find a balance with this team when you have so many girls that are able to get you a bucket any given night?
Yeah, between 4 or 5 girls, even 6, we can mix around, like even the starting lineup, so we mixed around this year too so far. But we have 4 girls averaging or at around 10 points in double figures. So Ashlyn Sundquist has really come along lately too, and boards, double-doubles the last couple games, as well as Amber hitting the boards. Carly Cadoon is coming around too as a freshman. She's still trying to find her gist with this mix of girls too. So, there's some experience that we've gained as the season's gone on. We had a tough stretch, like you said, after the holiday break, but I think that's going to gain into the region play here now down the stretch and then into the tournament play too as well.
So 3-2 right now in Region 1. Maple River is currently trailing to the Kindred Vikings, still waiting for a final out of that one, but you're kind of sitting in a good spot right now in Region 1. You've got a pretty big game coming up against the Warbirds next week, as they are one of those teams fighting with you right now for that 4th spot. Maple River coming up later on here in about a couple weeks, 3-4 weeks, as well as that big contest against the Central Gas Squirrels is still coming up. What do you need to see from your girls here as we get to some of those big time end of the regular season games, just to prepare them for what will be a very exciting Region 1 tournament?
I think we've been in some uncomfortable situations, both against Kindred and then a tough loss to Oaks, like you said, against, and as you call them, Montpelier too. But building off of those games, facing the pressure full court, not getting into traps so much too, and seeing that, because we're going to be seeing that at the region play. Really trying to find where exactly our girls can be and help each other out and work together as all 5 out there as one unit too. So that'll really come into a crucial factor here in the region play coming up. And we haven't been led by a girl for more than 2-3 games in a row in scoring. So any one of those girls, I don't think we've seen a 20-point score yet this year, but it's been pretty consistent between 4, 5, 6 girls, and I would rather take that than 1 or 2 girls take off and score in the 20s, 30s. So
perfect. Well, thank you, head coach Randy Searstead, for the Bulldogs. Congratulations on your win here this evening. The girls Bulldogs will not be back in action here at home until next week when they take on the Warbirds, but you can catch Bulldogs action for the boys tomorrow evening. That game is going to be played varsity only, starting at 6 p.m. So you are going to be able to catch the boys Bulldogs team tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, against the same Richland Colts. Once again, I want to thank head coach Randy Searstead for joining me post-game. I want to thank you all for tuning in here this evening. Your final score, 78-30. Class B Region 1 girls basketball on your live event. I want to thank you all once again. Have a great rest of your night.